Low impact legs. You're going to start standing for this. Legs a little bit wider than hip width apart. Bend and stretch, making sure the knees go right over the center of your foot. So there will be no jumps or props in this workout at all. So you can do this totally on your own. Think about keeping the chest lifted and the booty goes straight down, really making sure those knees go right over the center of your foot. Then from here, you're going to turn in, turn out, and then stand back up. Bending down, lift, turn in, turn out, and stand back up. You want to keep your head at the same level, not bounce up and down for this. I think we have 3 more. Lift, in, out, and stand, bend. Turning in, turning out, and stand. Last one. Good. Then from here, you're going to bend your knees, lift an ankle, and you're going to pulse. Really, again, keep pressing those knees open. You should feel your inner thighs burning here. It should feel great. Lift and switch legs. Again, booty goes straight down, not behind you. And lift and switch. We have 1 more set of 10. Pulsing those hips down. Really trying to keep your weight equidistant between both knees. Last one, lift and drop. Pulsing down. And if you're in socks on carpet, this is hard because your legs kind of slide apart. Lift, and then some calf lifts. Really think of keeping your legs super straight and then really using your calves to press up. Strong ankles, strong calves. Then from here, close the legs and lift and lower. Really think of shining your inseams of your pants forward. So you're really rotating using your glutes and inner thighs. Low abs keep your booty from pressing back. Amazing. And then we're going to do some lunges. Pick a leg, lunging back, and then pull that knee up toward your chest. I think we have 8 to 10 of these. Again, keeping your spine really vertical and keeping, again, your weight equidistant between both legs. So both legs are working pretty hard here. Really think of standing straight up on that standing leg, so you're using your glute of the standing leg. Amazing. Switching sides. Opposite leg lunges back and pulling up to your chest. Again, really standing straight up on that standing leg. Amazing. And again, just another 8 to 10 of these. Doing great. Getting ready for transition. We are going to be laying down onto our backs next. Amazing. So laying down, feet are going to be hip width apart, and you're just going to roll your hips up and down, imprinting the spine, press those hips up, and then roll back down. Just a few of these to kind of heat up the glutes a little bit. And then you're going to lift, press up, and draw the right leg up to the ceiling, flex the foot, and lengthen down level to the opposite knee. You can reach your arms up. I'm just lifting mine up so you can kind of see what is happening in my hips. And I think we do about 5 of these, really pressing down, squeeze the knees together, and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and lift. Other side, left leg lengthens up. And again, flex the foot, lengthen down level to the opposite knee, and then point to lift. And you can always take a peek, look up, make sure your hips are staying very stable here. And then lengthen down, hold, squeeze the legs together for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rolling down, we're going to press right back up. Again, lengthen the right leg up, and then this time the left leg is going to drop and press, really squeezing that left butt cheek as you press up. You don't want to feel this in your lower back. I was a little bit, so I put my arms down for stability purposes. Press those hips up. And again, you can always look up at your hips to make sure if one hip is dropping or sagging, which we don't want. Other side, left leg lengthens up, and then using your right butt and hamstring to press up and down. Glorious. And last one. Onto your side. You're going to pike the legs forward, support your head with your arm, and top leg's going to lift hip height, and then 2 kicks to the front, and then 1 long kick to the back. Continue kicking forward 1, 2, and reach to the back. Stabilizing your hips and pelvis here, and engaging your outer leg of the top leg. Continue. And then legs together. Lift and lower the top leg. Lifting up to the ceiling and down. Actually, not to the ceiling, just to hip height. Sorry, I got too excited. So you don't want to move your hips up and down like this. Bad. You want to stabilize your hips and then move from your outer leg. From here, you're going to lift and hold, and we're going to do some circles, trying to really keep the pelvis against really stable, and then just circling that top leg. And then switch. I think we do 5 each direction. Amazing. Bending the knees, pull the heels towards your booty, squeeze the heels together, and clamshells, opening and closing that top leg. Again, trying to really stabilize your pelvis. Don't let your hips roll back. Think of pressing that leg open. You should feel this in your glutes. Shins forward, and then you're going to lift the whole thing. So you're going to lift your heel and your knee. So this should feel slightly different than the first one. Again, hips stay stable, engaging your butt and your outer thigh to pull that leg open. Return the knees back, in and out. So turn in, knee to knee, and then out, foot to foot. That internal rotation feels a little bit weird, but that's okay. You want to really try to stay internally rotated with each one. Turn in, and then you're going to press up and back. So try to stay on that internally rotated trajectory, and then you're going to press up and back, squeezing your glute. Should make a little butt pucker. Amazing. And you're done. Pound it out a little bit. And then extend the legs, rotate the legs, and then you're going to développé up. So you're going to drag that leg bend, extend, and lengthen down. And extend to your range of motion. Don't feel like you have to go crazy. Or do go crazy if you are very strong and flexible. We do 5 of these, and then we're going to reverse. Lift, bend, and roll through. Again, trying to keep your hips really stable. Keep your bottom leg firmly planted on the ground. And finish your last one. From here, you can take a little stretch. You can cross that leg that really worked hard over the opposite knee and give yourself a stretch. If you want something more psychotic with your bottom arm, you can grab that top leg and roll kind of through, bending the bottom leg to stabilize and then extend it. From here, you can give yourself a little resistance stretch if you want. So you're going to press into that hamstring and then pull it back down. So you're using your leg to press against your arm and then use your arm to pull it back down. Don't go crazy if you have any hamstring issues. And then foot over knee, and then you can do some circles here as well. You can then drop toward the side of the bottom leg if you want. Other side, whole thing. So finding your way onto your side, supporting yourself with your bottom arm, legs piked slightly forward. Lifting the top leg, flex your foot, and 2 kicks to the front, and then a long reach to the back. Again, kick, kick, and reaching to the back. Again, same deal, trying to stabilize your abs. Feel this in your outer thigh of that top leg. Keep going. Make sure your neck and shoulders are relaxed, legs together long like a pencil, and then you're going to lift and lower. Point to lift, flex to lower. And again, you're not lifting crazy high, just about hip height or maybe a touch higher. And try to stabilize your pelvis. My pelvis is not as stable on this side if you can see, so do as I say, not as I'm doing. Lift and circle. Really make sure you're reaching into the back space, and then reverse your circle. Amazing. Knees together, feet together, and clamshells with the heels pointed kind of toward your butt. Opening and closing, keeping the hips stable. You can put a hand on if that helps you stabilize. And this is going to look different on everybody. You might be able to open more than me. You might not be able to open quite as much. And then shins forward, foot and knee come off at the same time. And you can speed these up or slow these down depending on what you need. And then tuck the heels back in, internal, external, turning in, turning out. So knees squeeze together, then foot touches. Really keeping your hips stable and then just letting that femur bone move around in your hip socket. It should burn. Turn in, hold, flex your foot, and kick up and back. And again, try to really squeeze your glutes here. You should feel a little butt pucker, a little squeeze, a little tightness. Nice. Give it a little pound if that got tired. Straighten your legs, and then you're going to rotate. So heels together, toes apart, and développés. Drag the knee up, extend, and lengthen down straight. Bend, I try to put that knee on my shoulder, keep it there, and then extend. So you really want to use the muscles in your legs to stretch, right? You don't want to kind of just go into stretching without having put your leg there with your own muscular capability. And reversing, straight up, bend, and lengthen down. And then stretch. You can cross that foot over the knee if that is what you would like to do and stay there, or with the bottom hand, you can grab that top leg like we did before, and then bring your other arm through, bending the bottom leg, and find your Y scale. And sometimes you kind of fall over. Good. And then from here, if you want to like press into it a little bit, you can. So you're going to press that leg up and then pull it back down. So using your leg to press up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then pull it back down. And again, this is completely optional. And then you can take another piriformis stretch if you'd like. From here, you're going to make your way onto your tummy. Yay, more glutes. Legs are like a frog, and you're going to press your heels up toward the ceiling, engaging your lower abs to make sure your back isn't overdoing this. So your back is going to extend a little bit, but you want to really feel this in your butt and your hamstrings. Think of really pressing those heels up to the ceiling. Then you're going to rotate inward, so knees are together. This is much, much harder. So you're going to try to keep your knees and feet together. You're not going to be able to lift as high. You should feel this more in your inner thighs. And if you need to open the knees a little bit to make sure your lower back is okay, that's perfectly fine. Back to our frog. You're going to lift, extend higher, heels back together, knees drop down. Lift, extend, pull together, and down. This is hard. Lift, extend, squeeze your butt, heels together, and down. Lift, stretch, in, and down. Lift, extend. These are really hard and I'm tired. If you need to double your mat over to protect your pelvic bones, that's perfectly fine. Man, I did a lot of these. Sorry, guys. And then you can windshield wipe your leg side to side. Back onto our side, onto our forearm. You're going to lift your hips, dropping down. Lift and drop. Then you're going to lift it and extend the leg. Yeah, lifting up and down. So both legs are working here. And your lats and your side plank muscles. Keep going. Lift and hold and circle. I think we do 8 of these, or as many as you feel. And then reverse. This is your last exercise for this sequence. Thank God. Other side. So finding your side plank, bending of the knees, and then just a few just lifting and lowering with your hips. Try to keep your shoulder right over your elbow. And then you're going to lift and extend the leg. Lift and drop. I'm not dropping my hips nearly as low as I should be on this. You want to really get your hips all the way down and then all the way back up. Amazing. You should be tired. Lift and hold and circling. Trying to keep your neck and shoulders relaxed, shoulders slide down the back, and just really engage your butt and stabilize your hips. You are almost done. Circling the other direction. Yay, and you are done. I would recommend stretch video after this.